I'm a patient at a hospital that's been closed for the past 4 years. Part 7. I keep writing, hoping it will make a difference. Does it make a difference? Does putting my memories on paper remove them from my mind? Does it even matter? Do I matter? Stop it, Anna. Yes, I matter. My story matters. Cody left discreetly after we finished, and I told him about what Frank told me. At dinner time, we updated Noel. Guys, I don't think I can help you anymore. Noel had been acting strange. He was looking down at the ground, unable to make eye contact with us, and his voice was different. What's going on, man? Cody shook his shoulders, trying to shake him out of the weird state he was in. Noel softly said, "They got in." Cody and I looked at one another in horror. Wait, do they know? I was terrified that our entire plan would be in the drain, and we would have to start over. Or worse, give up on the idea entirely. I don't think so. They weren't looking for it. But seriously, guys, I'm sorry. It's better that I don't hang out with you. Trust me, I'm sorry. He took his tray and went to sit with Frank. I thought you said we're safe because they couldn't get in the first time. Cody shook his head. Yeah, that's what I thought. I guess they learned a new way. What are we gonna do? What if they get to us? I started to panic. I felt the walls closing in on me. I felt like I would never get out of here. Calm down, don't worry. We'll figure something out. We may just have to work faster than we originally planned. How fast? Like in 2 cycles' time, fast. We finished our dinner, and as we were leaving to scope the halls again, the doctor stopped us. Mrs. Taylor, Mr. Kent, nice to see you two making friends. Mrs. Taylor, I will see you in my office in, let's say, 5 minutes. Yes, doctor. He gave a crooked smile to Cody and walked away. Shit, what do I do? We started walking down the hall. Do what about what? Cody, he knows. He has to know. Didn't you see the way he looked at us? I saw nothing. And you know nothing, Anna. They're not in your head. Yet. Cody pulled me into a dark corner we were passing. He quickly looked at the camera. No light. Anna, get your head in the game. I had lost hope before you got here. I accepted the fact that I was going to end up dying here, one way or another. Then you put the fire back in me, and promised me we were going to get out of here. Don't lose faith, not now. As Cody said the last sentence, Sally passed by, looking even more out of it than usual. Seeing her got me out of my head. I composed myself and focused on our plan. Right, in 2 cycles' time then. He smiled, stole a quick kiss, and we walked together to the doctor's office. Getting to the doctor's office always puts me on edge. It was on the complete opposite side of the floor than the cafeteria and common room. And the whole way there, all of the rooms had been deserted and unused. It also gave me a disturbing feeling in the pit of my stomach. I could see from Cody's face that he was getting the same feeling. We walked in uncomfortable silence until we reached the door. He gave me a wink and walked back. As I opened the door, the doctor was looking very intently at some papers in front of him. I coughed for him to notice me. Mrs. Taylor, have a seat. I sat down on the chair he gestured at. He put the papers he was looking at away in a folder and opened another. Now, let's see here. Oh, yes, I see you have adapted to your new setting well. I nodded. This guy was so creepy, and I didn't understand exactly why he was acting like he had a patient-doctor type relationship. He did things to me, put drugs inside my body, and used me as a lab rat. And your sleep paralysis. I tilted my head confused. Terrible. Why do you ask? No reason. Now, Mrs. Taylor. He got off his chair and leaned on his desk, right in front of me. We are going to try something new with you. It seems you are a perfect candidate for a new experiment. Experiment for what? It's none of your concern. Now just stay right here while I prepare. Prepare for what? Wait, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be a part of it. Now, Mrs. Taylor, calm down. He opened the door and 2 orderlies came in. Each one held me down by my shoulders. This will be quite quick. Please, please don't. I was begging for mercy, even though I knew my pleas would go unanswered. The doctor returned with latex gloves on his hands and a giant syringe. Now, hold still. You don't want me missing, do you? He advanced towards me and shoved the needle into the side of my neck. It was very painful. I let out a yelp. Good. The serum should take effect any minute now. What does it do? I slurred the last part of the sentence. My head started to get foggy. My eyes got heavy. It helps us see what's in your head, of course. I heard the doctor say, right before I fell into a vivid dream state. I was in a hallway of what looked like an old, unkept Victorian house. The green wallpaper was coming off the walls. The furniture looked ragged and dusty, and the paintings looked like antiques. Freaky antiques. But nonetheless, one was of conjoined twin babies. Another was a detailed illustration of the human brain. There were 8 doors, 4 on each side. I opened the first one to the right of me. At first I saw nothing. I walked in, and the door shut right behind me. I tried to open it, but it was locked. I looked around and saw nothing but black, except for a TV with static and a chair right in front of it. I sat in the chair and looked at the static. The TV began to switch the channels, catching glimpses of my childhood on each. I saw my treehouse, my doggy, a stuffed animal I refused to go anywhere without until I lost it in a mall when I was 4. My mom dancing with me in the living room. And it stopped on the memory of when I got lost at the carnival and I almost was abducted. Hey little girl, are you lost? I saw 6-year-old me nodding, with tears all over my face. Why don't you come with me, and I'll help you find your parents? Looking at him through the screen, it was obvious his intentions were not good. My younger self felt someone's hand on my shoulder. She turned around and saw it was someone with uniform. My parents had gone to the Red Cross booth and gave them a photo of me. Hey sweetie, are you Anna Taylor? I nodded and turned to see the man that offered to help, but he was gone. The TV went back to static. I heard a click. I turned to see the door was unlocked and open. I went back into the hallway. I went from door to door, showing the different memories of my life at different stages. I opened door number 6, and as it closed behind me, Sally grabbed me and pushed me against the wall. Stop showing them! Sally, how are you in my dream? This isn't a dream, stupid. They're in your head, and you are giving them exactly what they want. I started to remember the last moments I was conscious. Oh, so they got in. Wait, how are you here then? Are you just a figment of my imagination or something? My voice of reason? What? Fuck no. When they got into my head, they were using a different formula. They realized quickly that that particular vision allowed not only for them to get into my head, but I was able to get into everyone's head, including theirs. I was the only person they used it on, and that's why they try to keep me heavily medicated all the time, but it doesn't work. The TV started to change channels and landed on Nurse Maddox. Sally, do you really want to do this again? You know the consequences. Shit, come on. She grabbed my hand and kicked the door open, and we raced down the hall to the staircase. Where are we going? I asked while trying to keep up. To the basement. Why? Because they don't know how to get through the basement door. Right, that makes perfect sense. The sarcasm was felt by every word. Just trust me. We went through the house and landed at a door. Sally pulled out a key. Where did you find that? It doesn't matter. She unlocked the door and pushed me so hard that I almost fell down the stairs that were on the other side of the door. When we reached the bottom, Sally took out a large breath in relief. Okay, we're safe. Until they decide to wake you up. It was in a dark basement. I can't see you. Sally found a lantern and turned it on. You and Cody need to escape the way you planned, but not in 2 cycles. You need to go as soon as you wake up from this. How do you know about that? I already told you, I'm able to get into everyone's head. I know everything that goes on with everyone. About time, by the way. About time about what? You and Cody. Finally. You know. I was mortified. Don't worry, I'm not a pervert. But seriously, you'll be woken up in no time. Get Cody and go. Stick with plan A. Only go to plan B if they decide to use Frank. What do you mean if they decide to use Frank? You'll know if they do. Good luck, Anna. I'm rooting for you. Thanks, and nice talking to you. With my last words, I felt my eyes opening, and I saw my room's ceiling. I shot up, looked around, hoping to see something. I had no idea what I was looking for, but it wasn't there. I heard a knock on my door. Anna? It was Cody. I ran to the door, opened it, and pulled him in. We need to go now. What? No, not now. Why now? Because Sally told me. Because Sally told you? Do you realize how ridiculous that sounds? Listen, I don't have time to explain. Do you trust me? Cody's eyes searched my face for what I assumed was my sanity. Yeah, of course I do. Great, then let's go. Plan A. I thought we were going with Plan B. No, we'll only use Plan B if they decide to use Frank. What? I don't understand either, but apparently we will if they do. And this was the beginning of the end. This is Kinetic Symphony. If you've enjoyed this narrated story, please subscribe and like the video to help me grow. Thank you.